Hello, my dear friends. Dr. Dhawan here, your ENT faculty. And the session is about the NEET PG 2025, which is on the 3rd of August. And I have got the extreme pleasure to have with me Dr. Sandeep Sharma, sir, Pediatric faculty, and Dr. Khalil, sir, Radiology faculty. Guys, whenever the exam is postponed, one very common outcome we get to see is that people who are well prepared for the exam, they start losing the steam over there, unfortunately. And the session is designed keeping in mind two things. Number one, those people who have already prepared well, how they should now up the game in the extra time they got. And number two, the people who were lagging behind because of time constraints or internship issues and all that, they can actually turn the table around now in these 50 days. So welcome to the session. We are nearly 50 days or 52 days away from the examination, and I will be asking question to my friends as a student. Like if I'm a student, and how would I really spend these days? So first question to Dr. Khalil sir. Dr. Khalil sir, if I am not prepared very well for few subjects till now, and I am 52 days away from examination. My subjects are like number one, pharmacology, number two, PSM, number three, internal medicine, and number four, microbiology. How shall I approach these subjects, sir? What do you think, so, sir?
Yes, sir.
If I want to get a good rank, sir,
Yes, sir. So I
four
think
major subjects pending.
yes, sir. I think it's still a good time for the students to be able to complete all the 19 subjects and go to the exam well prepared. Initially, I would say that the whole 52 days, they can divide it into two slots. And in the first part, let them try to complete whatever, topics that are not well done. And especially the subjects that you mentioned, pharma, micro, these are also, heavy subjects on the exam. So it is important that they cover that up. Now, while covering, we cannot give too many days. You can go in a revision of 1 day and retrograde MCQs, trying to build up the concepts for another 1 day. So even if you allot 2 days for these subjects, I think they can still be able to complete all the 19 subjects in the first 20 days slot, and with the revision of the other subjects, and then put in everything. No new topics after these 20 days. Everything should be on revision and a lot of practice questions. So I feel the first 20 days people should still find time to do some missing gaps in the topics, the missing subjects to be completed, and focus on retrograde revision of topics that they are not very comfortable with, at least. Yes, sir.
So you mean to say that still there is a time to learn new things, sir? Do you think so
I
that
feel, sir,
there is a time to learn the new
15,
things?
at least retrograde, we should try to see, sir. Like four subjects not doing inter competitive exam like this would not be there. Even if they have not done it, they must have definitely done that during their, MBBS time and stuff. So it is not very difficult to even catch up on the most relevant points before the exam. So I think the first 15 to 20 days can be invested in completing, but not more than 2 days per that subject. Revision with the PYQs and retrograde MCQs on that topic.
Wonderful, sir. So for everyone, I would like to tell that if we are at like 10th of June today, so let us keep the end of this month, 30th June. We can keep on learning something new. We have to put some milestones over there so we know what we are doing. Till sir is saying that for these few days we can, and I would agree with that. Like we would be having the chance to learn something new still. So that's what this extra, like sometime you got would change the game for you. Number one question. Thank you very much, sir, for guiding us about that. Sandeep, sir, I have a question to you. That some smaller subjects are weaker for me, like dermatology and like anesthesia, psychiatry, and I'm planning to do the QRP of those subjects. Do you think it's a good idea, sir? Because Khalil sir
Absolutely.
answered about the major subject like internal medicine and all, and pharmacology. But yours is like, what about anesthesia, psychiatry, dermatology? How shall I approach like that?
Thank you, sir. Sir, let me first clarify it for the students. Many of you who will be sitting for the first time in NEET SS, in NEET PG, you have appeared in INI-CET previously, many of you. So there is a fundamental difference between INI-CET and NEET PG exam. In INI-CET, it is more of a first and second year subjects which have a weightage, and occasional questions are asked from short subjects. a short subject may have more weightage than the other, but generally clinical subjects and the shorter subjects have a relatively less weightage. I'm not saying total, but relatively less weightage in INICET. When it comes to NEET PG, it shifts a bit. It is about 40-45% paper being pre and para, and about 55 to 60% being your clinical subjects. And in clinical subjects, the so-called short subjects like psychiatry, anesthesia, radio, dermatology, and also I would include orthopedics in it, and even forensic medicine in it. These 6 subjects actually have a much bigger weightage in NEET PG compared to INICET. So one thing, if someone is thinking that I am going to leave these subjects, or I am going to afford not doing them, or doing them too superficially, just throw this thought out of your mind, first thing. Second, if I have not done a particular subject, say I have not done anesthesia and dermatology right now, or I did it 1 year back and I have no idea, like notes I have made, but I don't know how to go about them. You have 4 options in front of you. Number one, you decide that I will not do these subjects. If you decide not to do these subjects, don't check your result. Your result is not going to be good, right? So this option is out. Second option, I decide to do these subjects, and you fall into the trap of doing the regular detailed videos of them. End of the day, time is there, as Khalil sir said, but you don't have so much of time that you can listen to 30 hours or 35 hours of dermatology, because end of the day, 4 or 5 questions are going to be asked. So regular videos, you don't have the time for that. Third way, you can go for a rapid fire quick kind of a, there are some textbooks and there are some ultra short revision programs where in 2 hours they will be teaching dermatology, or they'll be picking up random 100 or 200 one liners taken from PYQs, and you will try to do them. This is better than not doing these subjects at all, but at the same time it's a competitive exam. You will get a false sense of belief ki ha, I have done dermatology, but when you sit in the exam, you will not be able to solve. There is also a fourth way. Don't overdo it, don't underdo it. To stick to rapid revision or quick revision. At Doctoratorials, we have a quick revision program. In 8 or 9 hours, I'm just giving an example of dermatology. It can be anesthesia or any other subject also. So out of the 5 or 6 short subjects I said, I have not done dermatology. I will do dermatology of 8 hours from Doctoratorial QRP 5.0. What it will do? Number one, the subject has been discussed by the subject expert. So she knows what are the areas from where questions are being asked. So you are covering, you are being guided by the subject expert, number one. Number two, in NEET PG, there is always something getting asked from some system in a subject. So there will be something from lichen planus also, something you will be reading about scabies also, something about leprosy also. So any place from where question can be asked, you are plugging the gap. So you will have no topic which is untouched when you are reading it. Number three, because it is only 8 to 10 hours, you will be able to revise it. Because unless you revise something, you will not be able to recall in the exam. So you will be able to revise it. And if you revise it twice, combine with PYQs, and you just try to give a couple of 2 or 3 GTs, you are good to go. You have a very good fighting chance in a subject which you felt you were going to leave. So for these short 5 or 6 subject, I would say go for quick revision program by the subject expert. If you are following some other platform, absolutely go for it. But in case you feel that that particular area is getting untouched or you're not satisfied, we have time limit bound QRP sessions for these subjects available with us. Trust that, and you will not regret that decision. So over to you, sir.
Wonderful, sir. I think both of you have really given a lot of good, I would say, inputs in a way. Dr. Khalil sir said that for the major subject, we have a time to do the main content till the end of this month. And rightly pointed out by you, sir, also, Sandeep sir, that, for the shorter ones, we can always go for the QRP rather than for the ultra short courses for the subject. Because at the end of the day, we also know that INSTD and NEET PG are different paper. For example, forensic would be asked more in this particular exam. So why not do the QRP of this exam, this particular subject, and revise that? Most important thing, what Sandeep sir said, that maybe you are able to do the main content of at least 2 out of the 5 subjects, and then you don't revise that content, and that goes totally useless actually. Rather than that, why not do QRP content and revise the QRP content completely and 2 times, and that would be in your brain. So, Dr. Khalil sir, I have a question to you that how many questions shall I be doing every day before the NEET PG examination? Like roughly, if you can give an idea, like
At this point
how
of
many
time,
questions a student should be attempting?
yes, sir. At this point of time, I think somewhere around 150 questions should be the target on a daily basis, and the two time bound section wise. That will make them practice the time slot within 42 minutes, getting 40 questions done. Maybe if they can practice 3 sections of these, right, that will give us time bound approach also, and they'll be touching good 120 to 160 questions. 3 to 4 sections, that should be the target on a daily basis. 150 questions is
I
something
think
that anybody should be doing at this time.
yes. Truly, sir, 40 question block. If you do 3 to 4 such blocks every day, I think that would be really the sufficient thing. And roughly, keep in mind, it should not be less than 3 blocks, but it should be more than 3 blocks. Preferably 4 blocks should be done every day. And my suggestion would be don't do single question and single explanation. Do a time bound thing like design a custom module of 40 question, attempt that in around 30-35 minutes, and then review those particular questions from your notes. That's a better idea. Or read the app explanation whenever needed. You think that you don't have the data in your notes, you can also refer to the app explanation also. But minimum 3 such modules, preferably 4 modules, should be done every day. I would. Dr. Sandeep Sharma, sir, what do you think that how many grant tests you would have given in these days actually, and how would you stage them up before 3rd of August?
Sir, very simple.
Grant test, sir.
50 days, 4 GTs. Anything less than 2 GT, you are underdoing it. You try to give 1 GT every alternate day, you are overdoing it. 4 to 6 GTs if you can sneak in. Try not to give any GT in the last 1 week, because suppose it's a tough GT and you end up with a subpar score, you need to be a bit motivated. You need to have that positive vibe also. So don't try to give any GT in the last week. At the same time, in the next 6 weeks that we have approximately, try to give 1 GT every weekly. And it's not just about giving GT, sir. You give GT,
Yes, sir.
then you analyze. If GT is of 3 hours, you spend 4 to 5 hours analyzing where you went wrong. In the comment section also, many students are saying, sir, my GT score is not rising, it is fluctuating. You need to give a GT, and suppose you have given 2 GTs, sit down and see what are the subjects you feel you have done. And if your score in the questions in those GTs is less than 40 to 50%, there is a problem in those subjects. So GT will help you in knowing which are your stronger area, which is your weaker area. I'll give an example. Suppose I give GT1 and GT2. Both the GTs then I analyzed, and I noticed that in both my GTs, I used to think pediatrics is my strong subject, but I'm scoring only 2 questions correct in the first GT out of 10. And in the second GT, I am scoring only 3 questions correct out of 10. So that means pediatrics is my weak area. Next thing is, I would go and see what are the questions being asked in GT. Are these questions in my notes or not? If they're not in the notes, there is still time. Your content is insufficient. You can work on that. In case you feel that, things were there, but you were not able to apply, that means your MCQ practice is lacking. And thirdly, you see if it was a PYQ or not. If it was a PYQ and you went wrong, you should focus a bit more on PYQ. So GT will not only give you guidance, it will also tell you which is your weak area, which is your strong area, where you want to focus, and whether your MCQ practice is lacking, your theory is lacking, or both of them are lacking. And about 4 to 6 GTs is what is recommended, sir. And GT, if you are not analyzing GT after that, it's a waste. It's a complete waste of time of those 3 hours. If you are utilizing 3 to 6 hours after that, spending the entire day, it's a time well spent. Utilize it to modify your preparation.
Okay, wonderful, sir. I think by till now, let me summarize for everyone that you should be doing newer things till end of the June. You should be doing the shorter subject if lacking from QRP videos. Don't go for too shortcut programs. You should be doing 3 to 4 blocks of 40 question each every day and read the explanation. And you must give 4 to 6 GTs in the in the remaining days before the 3rd August exam comes over there. My dear friends, to help you, each one of you, to practice a lot of things and revise the content also. We are bringing NEET PG 45 days sprint for the NEET PG aspirants who are preparing for the 3rd August examination. And let me take a minute to explain that what is this NEET PG 45 days sprint. Actually, we would want to expose you to the 20 days set of different subjects wise tests. Let me show you the plan. And first of all, I must tell it's open for everyone. These first 20 days are open for everyone, and the first test will be from 15th of June. It means you have got time to simulate this particular thing in your current schedule also. So look at the slide right now. First of all, this is 45 days sprint program, which is open for all, and of course for the subscriber also. Everybody who is a part of the doctor's family already, they are anyway getting access to this particular thing. But we're inviting everyone because exam got postponed. We want to help people out over there. That's why we're bringing this program for everyone. For example, June 15th, you exam of anatomy, and June 16th, you got surgery. So, it's not like 200 question. We are going to give you, like 40 question in 42 minutes. It is exactly like one capsule of your NEET PG actually. If your 5 capsules are there, you just do 40 question of anatomy in 42 minutes, and that's all about it. And this test will be starting every day at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it will be live for 24 hours. But after 24 hours, this test will not be live. Then the next test will start shooting over there. Now, look at a schedule now. For example, on the 17th July, you are giving radiology. Then 25th you have got an ENT. Then 27th is dermatology, and just like that, we said 21st is pediatrics. And look at the last date. If you look at the 4th July, the 4th July will be just like a grand test kind of thing, mixed section test. We'll create an amalgam of all the subjects and will give you the picture of the question over there. So are they 200? No, it's just one set. We are doing every day. What Khalil sir said was every day do 40 question, 3 to 4 sets. Let us make one set out of those for this one actually. You do 3 set of yours of 40, and 4th one you do this one, and this will be live for 24 hours. It's open for everyone. I'm repeating. Now, the good thing is that we want you to be sincere about these tests actually, first of all. That's why we kept a rider for the phase 2. So what is phase 2 now? Phase 2 is what? That if you...
Yes, sir, one thing I would like to add on this is at this point, a lot of students find it difficult for planning a schedule. I think the phase 1 schedule, if they can finish on 14th, if they revise anatomy and give the section-wise exam on 15th June, and then practice couple of more sections on their own. So both things will be done. Revision of that subject will be done, as well as the section will be done. So like 15th, you finish the anatomy exam. It's just a 42-minute exam. You review your questions. It will take another 15-20 minutes, and then move on to surgery. And then next day, you can actually do the surgery section. So because you have an upcoming exam, you will be motivated to complete the syllabus, complete your revision on track. And this first reading will be done by July 4th. So all the 19 subjects, if you see, is in the part of it. So I think if they can align and actually practice after this exam also, right, that the revision of the subject will be done.
So yeah, exactly, sir. Why the team has designed this particular schedule open for everyone was, our concern was at the DT team was that people who are well read, in fact, when the exam is postponed, they start losing the sense of time, and the orientation is lost, and the drive is also lost. Look at this plan, sir, of these tests actually. They are actually, as you're rightly pointing, they are actually letting them be on track. The most important thing out of this schedule is people who are well read, they deserve wonderful rank. They should not really go haywire, because in these extra 1 month, they can lose because we don't retain the data for a longer duration. But this plan, why DT is brought for everyone actually, because we know when the exam is postponed, it's not the fault of the student actually. But genuine student, the hardware student should not lose. In fact, they should get an edge over there in the examination. So this, everybody look at the schedule. If you follow the schedule, as our faculty is also saying that if you align your preparation along with this, you can really, at least keep on testing yourself also and revising the content one more time also. And the important thing is, if you give, these are 20 tests over there. minimum everyone has to give 15 tests to qualify to be part of the phase 2. Why we are keeping this rider over there? Because we want to induct some discipline. It's not that we are doing just randomly these tests over there. We are also preparing a schedule, and we want to make sure students take the test seriously. And if they at least appear in 75% of tests, which means that 15 out of 20 tests, they qualify for phase 2. Now the phase 2 is again open for everyone, provided you satisfy this criteria. And if you give 15 tests out of these, then you suddenly get the access to all the QRP 5.0 videos actually, which are really phenomenal videos, as Sandeep sir also pointed, which is a very premium content done at a very good pace, covering all the niche areas and the conceptual, like angles to the story of the subject without wasting too much of time. And if you get the access to these QRP videos and the QRP Q bank also, and of course, there's a faculty mentorship, which is the DNA of doctorals actually. The best thing about our team would be that we are there to handhold you, and there are some special grant tests also. I'll just show you in the next slide also that what a special grant test. We know there are everybody wants to do the PYQs. So there was 2 session of NEET PG last time. Paper 1, paper 2, a morning session. We'll be doing 3 grant tests on the basis of the NEET PG 2023 and 2024 2 paper. That will be 3 GTs and 2 special GT. Total 5 GTs are part of this. So it means that if you are able to appear in 75% of the tests in the phase 1, you get eligibility to see the QRP videos, the QRP Q bank, which is curated Q bank, and you also get the access to the 5 grant tests also in the phase 2 schedule. And the phase 2 schedule, we are ending at 28th of July with the last 1 GT, which is around the 2023 NEET PG recall GT, so that you can get brushed up with the most commonly asked things also over there. After that, you have got like 5 more days for the last look over there. You can see over here, we have tried to draft this schedule in a very careful way. We are not taking it to the 2nd of August actually. We are finishing it at 28 July with the grant test. And just before that, there's a special grant test. So 27, 28 July is more of testing time. And why 2 tests are clubbed together? Because you know what? You train your brain for the exam day. Because we know, you have to do the test of 200 question in a fixed amount of time. And you're done on 28 July, this is the last GT you do. And then you go for the exam on 3rd of August. So this is what the plan. We call it NEET PG Sprint, and it is open for everyone who is already a subscriber with us, who is a part of our family. And it's extended to each one of you also, because the paper has been postponed. That's why we are letting it, everyone be part, so that you are on track. The most important thing is you're on track. So, Dr. Sandeep sir, I have a question to you again. Yes. I am forgetting the subject which I already revised. Already revised subject. I done the INE earlier, but still I feel that I'm not confident. As one student posted, I've done 2-3 revision also. Still, my GT score is not really great. How would you really mentor these students over there?
Sir, treatment can be done only if the diagnosis is correct, and diagnosis can be done only by the student himself or herself. If their consistently score is not rising, they need to see what is lacking. I'll give you example. OBG you said. So suppose there are 25 questions, they gave a GT, and OBG 25 questions, they are only able to solve 5 or 6 questions correct. So now they would need to see why am I not being able to solve the remaining 10, 15 to 20 questions? Those 15 to 20 questions, are there in my notes? If not in the notes, you need to add the notes. In case they are lacking, in case they are PYQs, then it is your PYQ practice which is lacking. In case you were not able to rule out the option, that means 2 problems. So 1, your MCQ solving skill is a problematic. So you need to increase the daily MCQ practice. And second, people getting stuck in 2 options and marking the option wrong means you are 1 revision short. So if you have done 2 revisions, you need 1 more revision and you will be on track. So this test plan that we have created, the phase 1, it is based upon PYQs only. And so the most important thing is getting the PYQ correct. See, not every PYQ or PY topic is going to get repeated. But you mark 2 PYQs wrong in NEET PG, competition is so tough, you will not get a seat of your choice unless your dad has 5 crore rupees, right? If your dad has, then obviously it's okay. But if he doesn't have, then it's very clear, you get more PYQs wrong, you go out of the game. And if you are very thorough with the PYQs and PY topics, there is no reason one should not get more than 50%. So my advice would be to give the test, see, or sir has given, Dr. Tutorial is giving 75% test. I would say try to give all. One or two, if you can miss, it's okay. Try to give and see what are the areas in which these are PYQ based tests. How many of them you are able to get less than 50%? Those are your problem areas. You will unlock QRP 5.0, do QRP 5.0 two times, and I guarantee you those subjects, your score will definitely rise by 20%. So we are telling you the solution. It's for free, and it's for we are not giving it, randomly. You have to earn it. End of the day, it's human mind. I give everything for free. I will not use it. All of you are having those, pirated files and Telegram videos in your phone. Ask yourself how many you have actually seen it. But the one you enroll, or the one you truly, relate to, or you work towards it, you will feel the importance of that, and you will be able to revise it multiple times. So subjects, don't try to go for the bigger subjects. Don't try to go for the regular videos, except one or two subjects. Those are the problem areas. As Khalil sir said, more than two subjects, you cannot do detailed reading. But for shorter subjects, you can definitely do small reading. And diagnosis is very important. That has to be done on individual basis.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Sandeep sir. Very right information for the students. If they can really, digest this and utilize that, it would definitely change the game for you. Guys, I would like to add one more thing over the last couple of days, like 6 days. Please keep it sanitized for your last look, actually. Now, because by 8th, you would get, like the idea that what part of the notes are very volatile and you're forgetting that. And you make sure that you revise those areas one more time before you go for the examination. And Khalil sir, last question to you, because I would not take much of time for the students also. Last question, Khalil sir, to you would be that, Khalil sir, what would be your approach as a student? What would be your mantra for success if you are given this much time for the NEET PG examination from today to 2nd of August? What would you be doing as a student, sir?
Yes, sir. So being a competitive exam, there is no chance to be, complacent and lose time now. There is a limited time frame. I would stay, give my best, think about what best I can do in a single day. See that I revise as much as I can. There's a lot of work that is being done, and a lot of things change in the last 45 days. A focused approach, I think a lot can be done. And about the test also, students were asking, are they PYQs only, or new questions also? I would say it would be a mix. The special grant test would have some special questions focusing on the PYTs, and there is also recall practice, as Sandeep sir says, the importance of PYTs. So both will be covered in the tests that are being done. And yes, sir, 45 days is good time to change the way you are performing, to change your GT scores and to change your results. And a focused approach, just thinking about doing well on that day. Just think about your 24 hours, do well on your 24 hours. Your 2 revisions are happening just if you follow these phases. Phase 1, you will cover 19 subjects. Phase 2, you will cover 19 subjects. Just by religiously following these things, you are able to do revision of the entire subject and also attempt your test daily basis in this 45 days. And just instead of worrying too much on what would happen on August 3rd, I would be more focused on utilizing the day at hand, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Khalil sir. And Sandeep sir, what would be your hidden mantra for success for yourself, which you would like to share with the students? Any pearl of wisdom?
Don't read randomly. Don't read randomly. Random reading of one-liners will not get you a rank. Read with a proper way. Even if you are able to give half a day to, say, ENT, give half a day. But that half a day should be total. Those 6 hours should be entirely devoted. Give your 200%. Focus on PYQs, focus on PYTs, and try to do, even if you say QRP is 10 hours and I have only 5 hours, selected topics from PYQs and PYTs, you can have a look and give it your best shot. Do it for every subject. Don't, do random things. The biggest mistake people do is they start doing random things. Instagram, they will find a random post, they will screenshot it and start reading. Then somebody will put Telegram ke upar 20 topics not to be missed. You leave your ENT and start doing 20 random topics from 20 subject. This is the biggest reason good students falter at the last moment. What you do in the next 2 months, if it is done in a proper way, try to finish whatever unfinished subjects are there, weak subjects are there. As Khalil sir said, focus on completing them, reinforcing them, and along with that, give the test that we are giving to you. Give that. After 1st July starts, start your revision cycle, one proper revision in 1 month, and then last 2 days only looking at key topics, and then taking a good sleep going into the exam. You will have a very, very good chance of getting a branch of your choice. End of the day, what matters is a branch of your choice. That is the most important thing. And if you start today, you can do it. Just don't do it randomly, and don't do it overdoing certain things. You can never do medicine so much that it can compensate for a subject that you have not touched. So be balanced, read according to weightage, but don't leave anything untouched. That is the mantra from my side.
Wonderful. And I think both of them have shared really amazing, I would say inputs for all of you. And from my side, I would like an example, as Sandeep was saying that, like just reading randomly here and there, like that. I give an example of my subject, example. You've not done ENT till now, for example. I'm saying that, and you just, not just ENT, but I'm just saying because I recorded that. So if you open up QRP 5.0, our new videos over there, and if you just play that video at 1.25x or 1.5x also, you can finish the whole video in 6 hours, 50 minutes. I've done myself also. And I think in 6 hours, 50 minutes, if you get the gist of the subject while covering the rank deciding topics also, without losing the conceptual clinical orientation of the subject. And I think similar has been done by radiology faculty, Khalil sir also, and pediatric also. So you have the resource with you. The only thing is, do you have the willingness and commitment to make this happen or not? Yes, all these things, when they're offered generously, they have got, there is a thought behind it. Because when the exam is postponed, we also know that now the things can go both ways. So we want to become part of your journey, but who is the executor here? Only you are the executor. Howsoever motivating sessions you can attend, like every day there's one session being done by one or the other group of faculty. Like, we agree. The reason is that every faculty wants that deserving people should get the good seats in the good colleges. That's what we want ultimately. But who is the executor here? You are the executor. If you will not really, be committed enough, actually, if you are still feeling, no, the exam is postponed, I think I'll start, 3rd of July now, then believe me, we are inviting a bad rank to ourselves. Because I always say, it doesn't work like that. It's a very competitive examination where 200 questions were deciding 1 lakh ranks. More than 1 lakh people will be preparing this time. You know it already. And no double exam now. The court has helped us over there, that they have made one exam, but it should not backfire for the people who are prepared, and it should become a boon for the people who are mildly less prepared as compared to the people. So it will be fair competition now, but you are the one who has to be awake for maximum number of hours. You are the one who has to execute whatever timetable you make, because we make the timetable, but we don't fulfill them. Then next day we feel low, and then we waste 2 more days. Then we feel very depressed. Then we waste 1 more week also. That's not going to really work over there. You have to be strict with yourself. There is no way anybody can really play this game on your behalf. You are the one. We are there to support you. Each faculty of our team is there to support you in your endeavor, but you are the one who has to take the lead over there. So we welcome you all to become this part of this NEET PG sprint we are bringing for all of you. We would request all of you to take the test seriously, because they are PYQ based tests. They will be covering a lot of critical data points over there, and there are multiple grand tests in between also. Why not adopt this as one of the tools of preparation and use this particular material also to get a good rank? So from each one of us at Dr. Hills, on everyone's behalf, we wish you good hard work, not good luck. It's not like good luck. We'll be coming back to you. We'll bug you again and again in between. Some other faculty will come. We want to wish you good hard work over there. Please work hard and be proud of your hard work. And let's see what happens on that day, because it's a fair game now. So let's do a lot of hard work. Okay, fine. Please, after the session is over, sit down with yourself. jot out the plan, what Khalil sir said, what Sandeep sir said, whatever is useful out of that, induct that into your, this thing. That is what the utility of these sessions are. It's not to hear and now switch to another YouTube live over there. It's not like that. After every YouTube live, when you hear, if it is really of value to you, sit down and jot out the points which you can induct into your own scheme of preparation also. So thank you very much, Khalil sir. Thank you very much, Sandeep sir, for being part of this session. And we'll be certainly back again. Some other faculty member will be coming to handhold you and make sure that you're on the right track. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, everybody. Best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.